Okay. The thing that really gets me about this reading already is this Three of Swords, Three of Cups. And I know some of you guys are going to say, oh God, third party situation. And some of you guys definitely could see what I see, and that it can definitely look like that sort of situation, but I don't think there's any cheating. And I don't think it has anything to do with another person being involved. I feel like this more has to do with feeling supported or feeling connected, pretty much. Because what brought you two together was a lot of recognizing and healing from past issues, past pains, heartaches that you guys have been through in past relationships. And it's been difficult for you guys. It's been really difficult for both of you guys. And you guys gave each other that compassion, that love, that support that was needed. But now the challenge is about the support, is about, connecting with others, is about perhaps even integrating a third person into this situation. Some of you guys, if you guys, may have a, thing about polygamies, then this could be for you. If it doesn't, then the really what this card is talking about is, working together or connecting with one another as a team. And now, I know what you're thinking. There's no Three of Pentacles here, and that's more of teamwork cards than anything, of course. But the Three of Cups is more, it is a party. It is an inner circle sort of energy here. But I feel like the support part is what really gets the Three of Cups, mostly, right? That's why I always go there with Three Cups. I feel like there's more support than anything. Because your friends support you, your family supports you, people in your inner circle support you, people that you have, that you're group mates with, they support you. So, of course, within their own interests. But the thing is that there's this feeling of not having each other's back or not feeling truly supported. And that's what's that's the challenge for this. That's the challenge for the both of you. All right, and yeah, I feel like it could be support. It could be connecting with one another in a very emotional way, like connecting with one another. Just period. Just having conversations. Just having one-on-ones, relating with one another. Because going into this Gemini, you have the Knight of Swords. And it's towards the honeymoon. I think some of you guys are really just fighting for a time of peace. Because that's what it kind of gives me this vibe of. You guys wanting to just be peaceful. Or you just wanted to just take it easy. Take a break from all of this. Right? Just to enjoy yourself. Something that you've been really adamant about having. Maybe to get to a point where you guys could be stable. At least for there to be a break for you guys both to just be in the moment and enjoy one another. I think both of you guys have definitely come from a definitely difficult past. But I don't think you guys have had the time to really enjoy one another fully. Connect with one another, be together, and just enjoy that. Because, like I said, the Three of Cups is more of a party than it is teamwork. And I feel like what you guys want is to just be in the moment with your person, and not have to constantly think about what steps are needed to take to get there. Because this is also indicating a new beginning, a fresh start. A leap of faith needed to be taken because of Page of Cups. I feel like with the Page of Cups, rather. It does talk about, communicating with somebody in a very emotional way, a small desire, something that's maybe that's inspiring, that can honestly get your, creative juices going. But I feel like it's more about expressing how you feel. And I feel like with the Fool coming up and the Page of Pentacles, this is about taking a leap of faith and starting something that does develop some sort of emotional bond. And I think you guys want to develop an emotional bond and just be in the moment with it. Like I said, the Knight of Swords coming in really fast, fighting for it. I feel like, yes, this is something that you guys are really adamant about, developing with this person. The other person has the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands can indicate inner turmoil. The Five of Wands is like, it's That's part of the reason why it scared me, because I'm like, why are y'all arguing? Is that why we want this kind of honeymoon energy here? Is that why we kind of are kind of yearning for this kind of, escapism kind of energy? Escapism kind of, event. Like, do we want to just get away because things in our lives are just so stressful? And the Five of Wands can indicate there's a lot of intense changes that honestly really, dictates who this person really is. I think there's a lot of changes in their lives that honestly are forming who they are. It's a change of ego. It's a change of mannerism, of behavior, right? And it does cause a bit of inner turmoil, because what they would usually do may not work this time, because it's in need of change. So there again goes towards the Fool, where this person is having to take a totally different turn in life, taking a totally new stance, and I feel like this person's having a hard time adjusting to it. And at the same time, I feel like this person finds the situation very intense, and they're not necessarily sure how this is going to really play out because of the moon that they're showing up here. They're presenting themselves as the moon, confused, not sure how things are going to turn out, trusting their intuition, sure, but they're also battling a lot of insecurities, which is why I feel like with the Three of Swords and the moon, they're dealing with a lot of inner issues. Five of Wands can definitely indicate that, like I said, inner turmoil, the inner, the insecurities, fighting fears, and then the Three of Swords, but fighting fears, like healing those old issues. And that's what brought you guys together. I feel like you guys came together, of course, to overcome a lot of the insecurities, a lot of the fears, a lot of the pain, a lot of the resentment from relationships that never, that of course never really got to a place where it was celebratory. Like, it was always a struggle. And I feel like you guys are fighting for this, of course, not just because, you want to do something differently from your last relationships, but you truly feel a connection with this person. At least this person does, or you, Gemini. This, like I said, the side could be you, but you could switch to the other side if resonates with you better. The reason why this person is so adamant about fighting for this relationship, as well as feeling so passionate about it, because look at the King of Wands, right? We went from over the way here, right, from this person, not really giving a lot of signals, and I feel like this person is just kind of living their best life, doing the best that they can, doing what they want to do, right? Something tells me you're dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo. You could be dealing with another Gemini, but you got strong Gemini energy here, and you're rocking your opposite sign, which is your seventh house, a fire sign, or it could be your third house, your second house, which is Leo. Your second house is Leo. But you're showing that you're confident, that you're ready, that you're pumped, right? That you're on fire. And I feel like with the King of Wands here coming up for you guys, right? Like, this really indicates how much passion and how much you truly enjoy this individual. Right? You have to do what you got to do, but this other person is having to kind of is not quite as clear about who they are quite yet, because how they're presenting themselves versus you understanding and knowing that, hey, you're just going to be you, though, at any turn, and be, just be proud of it. Because not just that, not because, no one else is going to do it for you, but because you love yourself. You love this relationship. You're proud of it. And this relationship, the Lovers, is coming up in the spiritual plane, kind of giving us a bit of background as to why everyone's presenting themselves the way they present themselves, as well as think the way they think. This is a profound connection for you. This person brings out a passionate side of you. A side of you that, wants to go beyond just understanding or just gaining information. You want to go beyond and understand further and get better information. You want to do things that that not just only, make you happy, but that shares in the happiness with other people. I feel like with the King of Wands, he's not just exclusive to just himself, like the Knight of Wands. I feel like the King of Wands, he's the life of the party. He wants to have everybody included in his in having fun and his creative ventures. I think there is something about this relationship that brings about this, this desire to enjoy life, but with this person, not just by yourself. The King of Wands is good at having fun by himself. But because this relationship is so profound to you, because you're focusing on what you love and going after what you love and not letting your mind talk you out of it, you're totally able to just be in the moment like the King of Wands represents and truly, just be you. It's very similar to the moon in my opinion, because the King of Wands doesn't look beyond himself. He doesn't look in the past. He doesn't look in the future. He's right here. He's right in the moment. And that's good enough, and that's as far as he's ever going to go. And the moon doesn't allow you to see this way. The moon doesn't allow. The moon doesn't allow you to look back or look forward. I think the only thing you can do is honestly just trust your intuition with this. Now it's funny because Taurus got this card for their soulmate as well. And they had the Four of Swords in the same placement. This being again, giving us background as to why they're presenting themselves and thinking the way they do in this relationship. They have the Four of Swords. This person needed time to reflect, needs time to think things through, to really understand what themselves. I feel like they're under a lot of pressure, because the moon is intense and the Five of Wands is intense. The challenge is that at least the Five of Wands is a challenge that this person definitely knows that they can handle, and knows that it's not too serious. It's something that, of course, is going to help them in the long run, but they don't have to take it to the extent of being bogged down and really, really, aggressive, right? This person knows that there's changes are gonna come, and they can roll with the punches. They're just not showing a lot of themselves at this moment. They're going through these changes, and therefore they're kind of they're not seen, they're not visible, they're not in the sense of you guys are separate or you guys are in a distance. But more of this person is kind of kept to themselves, a little bit more quiet. But they're under a lot of pressure due to the changes that they're going, that obviously affect a lot of their old insecurities, a lot of their old issues. So they're doing their best with what they've got. Because, of course, taking a leap of faith, it can be scary. But I feel like it's also opening a lot of doors to a lot of those hidden places that they probably haven't really taken the time to really heal. So this is about, definitely, for them, healing, coming up with a new perspective. And this is a healing process. With the moon, the honeymoon card, it does talk about rejuvenation, And I feel like this person here has gone through a lot, and it still is going through a lot. And they haven't completely completed the change because they're still in the metamorphosis position or metamorphosis status. They're still trying to heal. They're still trying to grow. So that's why that support may not feel like that's there, or not feeling you can truly enjoy the situation. Because this person isn't quite ready for, it looks like they're still going through some personal things. They're still kind of having to go through some personal things. And the only thing you can do right now is just be you in the moment, Gemini. Wow. This says reveal your truth. Like I said, this person is not being seen. This person is hiding. Not in the sense of on purpose, this person's not the High Priestess or the Seven of Swords. This person's just the moon. They're confused. Therefore confuses everybody else. They're going through intense energies, and they still have to reevaluate and figure things out and understand things within themselves. This is reflective. This person is totally doing a personal thing. And while, of course, you're in a personal realm too, you're able to be in the moment because you're just focusing on love. You're focusing on, on what you love. You're happy and you're excited about it. And you see this relationship worth fighting for. They're fighting for something internally. And that's, of course, for them to fight. But reveal your truth. What a card to get. Talks about just being honest and being open about how you feel about things. Not holding anything back. So let's take a look at what the affirmation says. When you were born, your soul shone bright. As you grew, you were taught of right and wrong. You were taught how to think, how to live, how to believe in a way that makes you fearful to say no. To disagree is to risk alienation from family and society, and so you hide your true feelings and thoughts behind a mask. That mask hides your light. Cast it aside. Embrace and live your life, live your truth, and let your light shine once more. See what I'm saying? I told you this was all personal. This person's having to figure out who they really are without, and it's an intense change because it's happening right when there's something brand new is happening. This literally could be after a marriage. They're having to kind of totally adjust to something new. And that means facing their insecurities. You may be used to it here, but this person's going to need support and love and space, perhaps even, because they have to figure out who they really are. This is about like I said before in the very beginning, this is about the ego, this is about behavior, this is about, who they are based off the changes that are happening in their lives. They have to find that out for themselves. No one else can do that for them. And until then, it may not be too celebratory at this moment. This person may not be able to connect right now, but they're in the process. And I feel like the best you could do is encourage them to come back to the real world with you. But they still got a lot of stuff to work through.